There are two types of metabolites. One is primary metabolite and second one is secondary metabolites. Secondary metabolites. In case of primary metabolites, carbohydrates, proteins, fats, carbohydrates, proteins, fats which are produced in the plants, these are primary metabolites and these are useful for the growth of a plant, for the development and growth of a plant. So these are primary metabolites, these are required for the plant. But whereas secondary metabolites like are alkaloids, tannins, resins, gums, okay, and latex. So secondary metabolites are not at all useful for the plant for their growth and development, but these do helpful for the plant in defense mechanism to protect itself from animal eating. Understood? But many scientists, they did some experiment and they discovered that these secondary metabolites, which are not more useful for plants, but by some experiments, they found that these alkaloids, tannins, resin, gums and latex, these are useful for human beings. Okay, so these secondary metabolites are more useful for human beings. How they are useful? Let us see. Now first let us see alkaloids. What are alkaloids? Alkaloids are the nitrogenous byproducts which are produced by the plants. And there are many alkaloids. Let us see one by one. Okay.
Quinine is an alkaloid which is present in the bark of a Cinchona officinalis plant. This quinine is useful in preparing anti-malarial drug. Anti-malarial drug means it's a tablet which is useful for curing malaria disease. Next alkaloid is nicotine. Nicotine is present in the leaves of Nicotiana tobacco plant. This nicotine alkaloid is useful for insecticide. I mean to say for killing insects. Next alkaloid is morphine. This is present in fruit of a Papaver somniferum plant. This alkaloid is useful for painkiller. So for preparing painkiller tablets, this morphine is used. Next alkaloid is reserpine. Reserpine is an alkaloid which is present in root of Rauwolfia serpentina. It's a plant. This reserpine is present in the root of this plant which is helpful for making snakebite medicine. Okay, next is caffeine. Caffeine is present in seed of a Coffea arabica coffee plant. This caffeine alkaloid is useful for central nervous system stimulation. Next alkaloid is nimbin. Nimbin is present in seeds, barks, leaves of a Azadirachta indica plant. It's a neem plant. Okay, so this nimbin is useful for antiseptic. Next alkaloid is scopolamine. This scopolamine is present in fruit and flower of a Dhatura stramonium plant. So Dhatura plant. This scopolamine is useful for sedative. Sedative is nothing but making unconscious. Next alkaloid is perithroids. These perithroids are present in flower of a chrysanthemum plant. These perithroids are useful for insecticides, for killing insects. Let us see other secondary metabolites. First one is tannins. Tannins are carbon compounds. These are stored in different parts of a acacia and cassia plant. These are generally brown in color. These tannins are used in tanning of leather and they are also used in medicines. Tanning of leather means it's a chemical treatment in which animal skin is applied with tannin for converting it into leather and making it more durable and reduce the chances of decomposition. Okay, so it's a chemical treatment. We are applying this tannin to the animal skin for making it more durable and reduce the chances of decomposition, and for converting this animal skin into leather we are applying this tanning. So this process is called as tanning of leather. Okay, and these tannins are also used in medicines. Next is resins. Resins occur mostly in gymnosperm plants like pinus. Resins are used in varnishes. Varnishes are nothing but resin, first of all dissolved in liquid, for applying on wood or metal, any metal, to form a hard, clear and shiny surface. So varnishes means applying on wood or any metal surfaces to form hard, clear and shiny surfaces. It's a type of painting. Okay, now gums. Next one is gums. Plants like neem, acacia oozes out a sticky substance called gum when branches are cut. The gum swells by absorbing water and helps in healing of damaged parts of a plant. Gums are economically valuable and used as adhesives and binding agents. They are also useful in medicines and food. Okay, so these gums especially are useful for attaching or sticking something else. Okay, so generally plants oozes out these gums for healing the cut part of a plant. Chewing gum is also a type of gum for chewing made dates back 5000 years ago. Modern chewing gum is originally made up of chicle natural latex from plants. Okay, so chewing gum is also a type of gum. Next metabolite is latex. Latex is a sticky, milky white substance secreted by a rubber plant called Hevea brasiliensis. It's a rubber plant which secretes this latex. Latex is stored in latex cells or latex vessels of a rubber plant. Latex from Jatropha is the source of biodiesel. This latex is used for making rubber.
Okay, now a scientist called Brueggemann, he's a botanist. He studied on plants. So this scientist, he told what he found is even roots also releases some waste material. Not only we know that function of roots will absorb water and minerals from the soil and they supply to the plant parts, but root do excrete waste and they release into the soil. That's why if you go to apple fields, after 5 to 6 years of growing apple, cultivating apple in that field, what happens after 5 to 6 years, whether you add fertilizer also, you will not at all find the apple growing properly in that field. Why? Because the apple tree roots are excreting waste into the soil and thereby soil is spoiled. Okay, now even though you add more chemical fertilizers or whatever it may be, the apple will not grow properly. So that is the main reason. So by this, Brueggemann came to know that even roots also excrete some waste into the soil from the plants. Got it?